Hello guys, Fred here from Pro Tennis Trader. I hope you're well. So in this video, we're going to be looking at pre-match analysis again, but focusing on hold percentage versus break percentage. And actually these combined as a formula to give an overall figure that we can use as a metric to decide whether to have the green light to back a player in the second set. So first off, hold percentage is very simply the percentage of service games won, break percentage of return games won. So if we use the match of Shelton versus Fritz as an example to run through this, so this is the Toronto ATP semi-finals, and this is on hard court. So the most simple way of looking at these stats is over at atptour.com, which currently the filters are career and all services, just to get an initial overview of these percentages. Now, return games won is always going to be much lower than service points won because, of course, players, when they're serving, are obviously much more likely to hold serve than break serve. So he's got 87% service games won versus return games won 16%. Now, an alternative to ATP Tour, you can go over to Tennis Abstract. You can actually get a nice split between the different surfaces. You go over to hold, 88.3, break, 15.9%. So a little bit more specific. And of course, you can do this over the last 52 weeks, which of course you can do also on ATP Tour. But it's nice just to compare these as a nice snapshot, comparing his career versus year to date. So 88.3% versus 90.7%. So he's improved a little bit there, but his break percentage has come down a little bit, 15.7 versus 15.9, but nothing statistically significant there. Now over at ATP Tour, a lot of people find this easier because it is just a bit of a more simple snapshot. Now, of course, this is career. We want to break this down. Let's go to 2025, as we're now in August, so we have had a fair bit of play of the season going on. So go to hard. And then we'll do the same with Taylor Fritz. So first of all, just his career. So return games won 20%, which is, on the face of it, a bit higher than Shelton. Service games won 84%. So overall, much higher we can see there. Now let's go over to 2025 and the hard courts, just again to see if there's been any major differences there, whether there's been an improvement on form or a drop in form. So if we go over to the very simple formula, which is hold percentage plus break percentage, gives you your combined percentage. So let's just do that for both players. Let's start with Shelton. And then I'm going to show you a table where we've actually got some sort of thresholds or key metrics that we'll look at to determine our sort of confidence levels in backing either player in this second set. So first off, service games won, 89. Plus return games won 17. So that's giving you a total of 106. Now we know even without doing the formula that Taylor Fritz's is going to be higher. So let's just check 2025 hard court. Service games won 90 plus return games won 25. So it's 115 versus 106. So quite a difference in those combined percentages. So we can use this table to give you an idea of how confident you should be feeling in backing either player in the second set. Basically, if a player has a combined percentage of over 110%, then we can interpret this as, they are an elite all-rounder. You could potentially, if you're adopting a different strategy, it's an indication of a strong pre-match back bet on a player with above 110. Obviously, Shelton was a bit lower. He was between 100% and 110%, but this is still quite balanced and obviously can trade competitively. So certainly no alarm bells there. But when you start dropping into below 100%, you do need to start being a bit more careful. Bearing in mind in the second set, you're obviously looking for them to hold serve, but of course, you're looking for them to break as well. So you do want this combined percentage to be a bit higher. And less than 90%, this often shows, a quite exposed, weak returner and potentially holder as well. So ideally, you want to see players with a combined percentage of over 110%, but certainly 100% upwards, without sort of drifting into the area of, sort of too many alarm bells going on there. So that's another very important stat to look at, and a very simple way that you can just combine service games won and return games won using that table to determine how confident that you should feel in backing that player in the second set. Now, if you would like to begin your journey into tennis trading, you can of course do at protennistrader.teachable.com, where I offer the full package to get you up and running as a professional tennis trader. You can start off with my free video course, a free introduction into tennis trading. If you would like to join the complete one, that provides absolutely everything you need and also includes a month of platinum traders. I am also a Forex trader and I offer the one Forex strategy on my website. And of course, please do follow me on YouTube, Pro Tennis Trader, where you can find loads of trading videos, in-play analysis, trading psychology, and a lot more. Until the next time, good luck with your trading, and I'll speak to you soon.